We're here at Hal-Con,
Halifax's sci-fi fantasy convention.
I'm Steve Jackson. I'm a game designer. I've been doing this for more than 30 years now. The thing that I'm best known for right now is certainly the Munchkin game, which is a card game that started off as a parody of bad dungeon crawls and has kind of expanded and turned into a parody of everything. The object is to get to level 10 by killing monsters and taking their stuff. And if you can stab and cheat your buddies along the way, so much the better. The big announcement here at Hal-Con was a new version of Munchkin, which will be called Munchkin Apocalypse. And that's, just, you're a Munchkin, it's the end of the world, what can you get out of it? We're doing some silly plush toys like the little Duck of Doom. We're also going to be doing some plush tentacles, which are just silly things because we want to do them. And I'm not sure if you can imagine what they look like, but if you kind of visualize something, then it's your eyes. It's not really there. Has technology changed gaming much? No, not really. It really hasn't changed it at all. You can't, excuse me, I'm about to make level 8 here. Yes, technology has totally changed gaming, and I have to say I haven't rolled with it well enough. There is a Munchkin iPhone app. It's not a game, it's a little game aid that gives you an unfair advantage in the game if you have it, which is the way we do things with Munchkin. It's all about being evil and taking unfair advantage. I love digital games, but that's not what I'm making as my career. I'm still doing card games. That's never say never, but I like card games and dice games and so on, and people still like them in general.
I'm J.G. Hertzler, played General Martok on Deep Space Nine, among many other characters. And this is
John Paladin, and I do the convention makeup for J.G. Hertzler and Robert O'Reilly and Barbara Marsh and Gwyneth Walsh.
6th grade. I wrote, directed, and produced a historical pageant on the end of World War II. And it was extremely successul. Did very well at the elementary school.
I was 6 and used to ride my bike up and down the street dressed as Zorro. Halloween. It was just a hobby for me. To get back to your question, isn't that cool how I do that?
Yeah.
I can
Did you see
remember.
What he did there? Did you see what he
It's
did?
went right by. What a segue. And not the kind you ride that was supposed to change our lives.
There's a Segway in every garage now.
That's right. That's right, except mine. I think my ex has it.
Simon & Schuster asked me if I wanted to write a book or a story of Star Trek based on my character, and so we did. I did one edit, and they wanted another edit, and I said, I'm working. I can't do that. So they brought in Jeffrey Lang, who's a brilliant writer. I thought it was a hell of a good yarn, and why it's never been made an audiobook is beyond me. It is also a wonderful opportunity for a Klingon-based small miniseries, because it's a sort of an epic. It only takes place over 2 weeks, but it's or 2 months, but it's large. It goes way back in time, way forward. Anyway, I love the books. It was one of the greatest things I've ever been a part of, and they're not easy to do. The only story I have about that is that a friend of mine, Bridget Hoffman, who shall remain nameless, she called me several times to say, can't you get out here to read for the Klingon in the new film, J.J. Abrams? And I said, Bridget, I can't. That's not her name, actually. She's nameless. But Bridget said, can you get out here and read for this role? Because I really want to try to make this work. And so I did. I said, I can't. I'm teaching, and I'm doing a show at night here at Cornell. I can't go. I can't do it. So I know they intended to have Klingons in the film, but
They ended up on the cutting room floor, which is no great loss for the footage I've seen.
Yeah, because I wasn't doing one. Now, if I'd have been doing it, I'm sure it would have been a featured role. I'm sure. Hey, JJ, next time, buddy, eh?
We're starting a new project. It's called Crimson Decay. It's going to start at Hal-Con this year and at Hal-Con next year. And it's an interactive multimedia storyline. And the cool thing about it is we're going to involve the fans. When I go to all those conventions, I meet great personality. So what we want to do is, in that new story, is draw people in and have them become part of the story. So like, for instance, if you look at this one, this is one of the renditions by Dominic Marco, local artist. That big dude right here was inspired by the gentleman right there. Yes, all personality is like exactly the same. It's crazy. And so we're gonna open the doors to the fans so they can submit part of the stories or where they want us to go with it. It's dark urban fantasy, so it gives us a lot of leeway. And we're gonna have the website where people can give us feedback, ideas, pictures, pitch characters. In the story, which I can't tell you too much right now, Trekena is trying to redeem herself, and she has a year to get back to, or to save herself. If not, she dies. So she's gonna meet people, and she has 13 souls to save. Each soul she's gonna save is gonna bring her a new artifact or a new weapon or a skill that's gonna help her finish her quest and ultimately leave. And all of those people, those 13 people, will be based on people I'm meeting at conventions.
I'm Jeff Isherwood, and I'm at Hal-Con this year to promote Antiquitas Lost, which is something I did drawings for. I did 70 illustrations, and also have people come and meet me and see some artwork from Marvel Comics days. I started working professionally full-time in comics in 1983, and I worked on a lot of the Conan titles, Conan the Barbarian and Savage Sword, and also drew Doctor Strange and Namor the Submariner. Inked the Nam comic for a couple of years. The writer of that comic was a Vietnam vet. And so he wrote from a lot of personal experience, and we had to make sure to draw everything correctly. Say a veteran would pick up a comic and see a tank or something was drawn incorrectly, they'd say, these guys don't know what they're doing. So following comics, operating out of Montreal, I got into the film industry. I had a perfect timing for an interview for the Battlefield Earth film with the production designer, Patrick Tatopoulos, who had designed the new Godzilla and Independence Day, so he was quite a hot commodity at the time in Hollywood. He was doing the sets and the costumes and the props and the works, right? There was a lot for one person, so he was looking for an illustrator, and I was one person who interviewed. I do a lot of work on Photoshop. I have a tablet which I use, and for that sort of thing, you don't really need an original drawing, and it's more efficient just to composite together various images, and I draw what I have to and do whatever's necessary to get a concept down quickly and show the director or whatever, you know.
Well, my name is Joel Duggan, and I do Starcrossed Online at starcrossedonline.com. It's a webcomic about social media, online dating, and pop culture. A little bit of a sci-fi twist is that one of the characters is an alien. And I've been doing it for 2 years. There's over 100 comics online, and I'm here today selling some prints and original artwork, some sketches for people that want their favorite characters immortalized on Bristol board in pen and ink, and just having a blast with some comic lovers.
I'm writing my book, autobiography, just about to direct a movie next year. I do have a lot of really cool movies coming out. I can reflect back to a time where I went to Hal-Con on Long Island, maybe about 8 years ago. And it's been around for maybe 25 years, and it was exactly what this convention is, which is a fan-run convention for fans by fans. I was there also, one of the first horror people, and slowly, after being there 5-6 years, they would always have me back. And then before you knew it, other horror people would want to come and be there too. And then as movies also started to combine more science fiction with horror, the worlds collided.
When worlds collide, you'll see the most amazing, awe-inspiring scenes ever put on film. The forces of nature unleashed in all their terrifying force. Tremendous tidal waves smashing New York City. The molten fires from the bowels of the earth gushing out to consume our world.